All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Hangout. I'm Scott Lindstrom, and you're hanging with the Influence Tribe. If you happen to be seeing us live on our YouTube page, by all means, go ahead, feel free to like and comment, share. If you happen to be seeing this on our website at theinfluencetribe.com, you can go ahead and comment live on our stream. We'll go ahead and have our guest tonight go ahead and be able to read your comments, or I'll read them off, and then we can get them answered for you, no problem. If you happen to be hearing this on our podcast, I want to welcome all our viewers and all of the new people that happen to be listening. Thank you for joining in. We've got a really good episode for you tonight. And before I get into that, I just want to go ahead and tell you exactly what we are as the Influence Tribe. So we're a group of online entrepreneurs that are focused on helping you build your business, whatever business that may be, online or offline. Just so happens that we are partnered with the largest online community of entrepreneurs that are out there. Call it the Harvard School for Online Marketing. We are there for you, okay? Our team came together 4 years ago. I say 4 years ago, 7 years ago. No, it came about 2 years ago at a hotel room. The idea is that we could go ahead and do interviews and drop just nuggets of gold for people that would go ahead and help them build their businesses. We've continued this right on into today, and right now, I just want to go ahead and tell you that we have a very special guest who is going to tell us how not only did she get almost 100,000 impressions within 30 days with Twitter, but she managed within of 5 weeks to level up in her affiliate program to go ahead and actually gain momentum, that she's now building her business successfully and on the right track. And I first had, somebody said, you've got to interview her. She's doing great things. And so I want to introduce to you, everybody out there, Kim Ward. Kim, how you doing tonight?
Wow, I'm amazing. What an introduction, man. Thank you so much.
And Kim, just so that you know.
Woo-hoo, yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Thank you. Honestly, man, I couldn't be any better, and I'm really humbled and honored to be here. I mean, you guys do amazing things, and I learned so much from you and the group, the whole team. So it's really awesome to kind of be on this side of the fence and just be able to instill some knowledge on people just looking to grow their business.
Right on. That's what it's about. You help other people get what they want, you get what you want.
Amen. That's so true. I'm a servant leader through and through, man.
So walk me through, tell me a little bit about your story. I mean, everybody out there, they don't know who you are. So just give us a little brief introduction, and then you can just go ahead and share all those massive tips and ninja strategies that you got for us.
Miss Kim Ward is an onion. There are so many different layers to my story.
There we go.
I don't know if we have enough time for this. So listen, I actually entered the medical field when I was 18 years old, very, very passionate about helping people and just really helping people live a life that they deserve, reducing anxiety, just being the best person that I could be. I truly believe in giving back to people, giving back to the universe. And man, just being a type A and being from Boston, it's no doubt that I just excelled ridiculously and ridiculously fast. So by the age of 25, I became a medical supervisor for a huge national laboratory. Before the age of 30, I was a manager, 6-figure income, have a company car, just really, really doing my thing. But guess what? My family suffered drastically. I come home with a chip on my shoulder, race through dinner, race through bath time, try to get the kids to bed, not much time for the spouse. So that wasn't conducive to the lifestyle that I wanted to build for my family and for my future. So back in, my daughter was due February of 2015, actually. So, approaching my delivery for her, my mom had actually lost her life at a very, very young age, very tragically, and too soon. And knowing that I was pregnant with my daughter, there was no way, I just felt a stronger connection with her. I couldn't leave her, knowing, I'm growing this baby girl inside of me. I have to stay home. I don't want to miss the days, the nights, the crankiness, the teething. I can't miss out on that. I can't do it. So my husband, who is the biggest support system I've ever had in my life, and I'm so, so blessed, you know, I'm really sorry for the people who don't have that type of support system at home. He actually said, you know, let's do something that can keep you home, but allow you to make a little bit of money. And I didn't know where to start, you know, so we decided, let's do a daycare. Let's just do a home daycare, right? So our daughter could have some interaction with everybody and grow up with kids. And it didn't even last a year. That was not for me. You know, I was helping the kids, you know, and kind of molding their future, but it just wasn't fulfilling. So I was scrolling through Facebook one afternoon when the kids were napping, and I found this company that offered products that were going to change my life. Well, I said, let's just do it. I'm going to try it. And let me tell you, the products changed my life. Absolutely. I joined as a affiliate or promoter or whatever you guys want to call it. I joined my business opportunity without knowing one single thing about the business. I mean, you know what? I didn't care because I know how it made me feel. And if I can make others feel half of that amazing, my life is golden, like game over. That's all I ever wanted. And I really did really well. Within 6 months, I was an auto bonus earner. I'm driving around a brand new BMW that I don't pay for. Life is just phenomenal. And but my husband still knew how really tired of the daycare life I was. So in April of 2016, without discussing it with my husband, without asking permission, without talking about it, I took 3 credit cards, completely maxed them out, and I booked a trip for my family to go to my business conference. And he said, all right, let's go. Let's do it. No problem. He's a firefighter. So he did some swaps so that his schedule would allow it. And we went. And guess what? His very first day there, he was able to look around and really see the realness and the possibilities of the future. And he said, oh my God, you have to do this full time. I'm like, yeah. So that night we actually all went back to the hotel room together, us and our 3 children. And he took his mobile phone, he took the mobile banking app that we had, he opened the app and he showed our teenage boys and myself where we were really overspending. And it was eye-opening for all of us. He said, no more out to eat. When we go home, we're going home a changed family. And we did. We came home and without any hesitation, we were unplugging electrical devices because they're Draculas. You know, they drain your electricity and your electricity bill goes up. So if we're working for this hard-earned money, why are we just handing it over for no reason? It's insane. I realized how much we were overspending at the grocery store. So I forced myself to learn how to extreme coupon, and I slashed our bills like you wouldn't believe. So I was able to kind of quit the home daycare scene and work on my business. But being home, you know, I think I got a little complacent and lazy with my business, really. And that's where I found this community. And I joined as an affiliate, which gave me so much education, knowledge, support, gratitude. And not only did I level up within 5 weeks twice, but I was able to give myself a very nice second stream of residual income. And now, you know, I'm just really here to pay it forward.
That's awesome. That's an awesome story. You know, I too am from the medical profession as well, so I know the schedules and the juggling and trying to go ahead and make things work. You know, so I give you much respect because that's not easy. It's not easy at all to try to build a business or have a business and also be in the medical field. Wow. So I wanted to ask, you're doing good in your business right now, and you decide to go ahead and work on Twitter. Tell me a little bit about what made you focus on Twitter, and what's the Twitter story?
It's funny because when I joined this community, right, I had this really open mind and a sense of just readiness. You know, my soul, my spirit, my mind, everything was just really ready. And I think I deserved that perpetual forward motion that we're all looking for, you know, the time freedom, the financial freedom. You know, one part of my story is my husband picks up as many overtime shifts as he can to really kind of compensate for what I wasn't making at the beginning of this. And when I kiss him goodbye in the morning, he's putting his life on the line. I don't know what's happening. And I knew that I owed this to my family. So I kind of wanted to get a little creative with it at the same time. And I said, you know what? I am going to go with the social media platform that I am least familiar with. And I'm going to put my training, just wheels in motion, let the training work for itself. And I just want to sit back and see kind of the results. Because I'm already on Facebook. You know, I've been on Facebook for years. I'm already on Instagram. I knew zero about Twitter, zero. I actually opened my Twitter account when I decided to start this, this training. And within, I don't know, a couple of days, maybe about 14 days, I was already up to like 800 followers. So it's working.
So is it possible for you to go ahead and to be on Twitter and start to go ahead and prospect for your particular company, no matter what it is, and actually get leads that lead to signups?
100%, regardless of what your business is. Network marketing, direct sales, brick and mortar, 100%.
Take us in.
You ready?
I want to see.
Let's get into this, guys. You know, I'm
Right
not
on.
making any promises here. I'm not a, I'm going to let me know when you can see my screen, Scott.
Okay, I got you. All you got to do is just make it bigger.
Oh, we'll absolutely do that. Let me see here. I haven't done PowerPoint since my day of being the boss lady, man. Oh, serious. Come on, there you go. All right, guys, so here's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully instill a little bit of value on all of your brains tonight about Twitter and some amazing tools that the average person doesn't know. I don't want this to be an overwhelming session. This is very, very low tech and high results. And that's the reason why I wanted to check Twitter out, because I knew absolutely nothing about it, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through building just a real basic Twitter account and how to use some free and paid tools, so that way you have your option. Because when you're first starting out as an entrepreneur, you wanna keep your expenses down, of course. But then if you really, really wanna get into some serious meat and potatoes, you're gonna have to spend a couple bucks. For example, you know, this cutout of myself right here, you're gonna want a picture of yourself. And we'll get into that, but all these different tools are anywhere from like $1 to $3 a month or one-time thing. So here I am, Kim Ward, 34 years old, mom of 3. Twitter is now my best friend. And 5 weeks ago, I knew nothing about it and I didn't even have a Twitter account. So if I can do this, I promise you guys, you can do this. Here's my Twitter handle at Mrs. Kim Ward. And why are you guys gonna stick around? Why do you wanna stick around through this webinar? I achieved over 96,000 impressions in just a 28-day period. And I actually took those results right here on Monday, October 17th. So here we are today. I don't even know what the date is anymore. I just know it's almost November, and that's scary in itself. The 28th of October. So 96.3 thousand impressions in 28 days. I can't imagine what this number is now. My tweet activity in a 7-day period, so looking at 1 week, I reached almost 28,000 different impressions just in a 7-day period, so 1 week. So if you break that down, that's almost 4,000 impressions per day. So I'd love for you guys to real quick just ask yourself, what would 4,000 impressions per day do for your business? Just wow. So a little bit about me, like I said, I'm a mom of 3, as she said, pulling her hair out. I have a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, both boys, driving my BMW nonetheless. And then our beautiful little girl. This is our second marriage for both of us, so we're a beautifully blended family, and she's gonna be 2 in February. So I fired my boss in May. Unfortunately, at that time, I was my boss, but you see what I've created for myself since then. I did level up twice within our community within 5 weeks, and I am a workaholic. And it's not work when it's your passion and when you love what you do, okay? So here I am. Come over and see me at Mrs. Kim Ward on Twitter, and let's really get going into Twitter. I'd love to do, Scott, are you Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I got my seatbelt on. Let's rock this.
I'm glad to hear it. All right, come on up, come on up. We're gonna head right to Twitter right now, guys. So let's just get into this. Twitter is here as a bookmark because it's now one of my favorites. I actually have multiple Twitter accounts now. I just want to say this to you guys. You can have as many Twitter accounts as you want, as long as you use a different email address and or a different phone number for each. So I have multiple Twitter accounts going at the same time right now, just because I've had so much fun playing with it. So I'm actually going to show you one of my Twitter accounts. This is me, Kimberly Ward, and it's again at Mrs. Kim Ward. So if you guys have a pen and paper, let's just dive into this. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is your dashboard when you log into Twitter. Basically, this is what you're going to see. Here's your news feed. And please keep in mind that Twitter has the absolute fastest news feed of any social media platform. It's so fast. I don't even know if you sit here and watch it. It's just, watch this. You won't be able to keep up with it. You get your notifications here. So this is people who are loving your tweets, showing them some likes. You know what? People are just liking my tweets. If anything with a heart here, they're liking your tweets. This green box means they're retweeting you. And that's huge, huge. When somebody retweets your content, they're basically just advertising you and your business for you. So when you're putting so much value into the market, into the Twitter feed, it's human nature. They're going to love it. They're either for you or they're not. And if they are, look at this, you know, more retweets, more retweets. It's just incredible what happens. Another thing that you guys will see as you get going is people are going to start adding you to what's called a list. So you can make a list on Twitter, confused parents or parents, mompreneurs. And I had some really good ones that people added me to. It was like, wow, I wouldn't even think of that, you know? So here you go. When you're on your notifications, you can also click on what's called a mention. And these are all the people that mention you. All right. So basically people are just saying, hey, you know, thanks for interacting with me. Buffer is in love with me right now. This is one thing I'm going to show you guys real quick. This is an awesome, awesome tool. It's completely free. And this is going to help you keep your social media Twitter account just on complete track. And I've already pretty much liked and loved everything. I want to start out real basic by going up here. You can click on this, and we're just going to view your profile. So when you guys are looking at your own profile, what you want to keep in mind is this back screen here, your header. This is pretty important. So what you want to have is, you know, some picture of yourself. It shouldn't be a selfie, but I'm a very, very funny person. I'm very silly. I don't take too many things seriously. So I put a little Snapchat of myself right here. And this was done with a tool called Clipping Magic. It's clippingmagic.com. And it's about $3.99 a month, or you can buy so many extra things. And basically what you do is you can take any picture you want and just cut out a portion of it, and it will kind of put yourself up there like a little billboard. Here I have, don't just lead, but be a leader. That is my motto. That's my tagline. You know, guys, how many people can lead a team? It's easy. You just, if you've got conference calls or, you know, meetings or schedules, you just pass that information along, let your team dial in, let them do the work. But a leader, a real leader who steps up and leads their team, is someone there who is taking notes, making sure that the team members who couldn't address that call have those notes, and you're just marching. You know, I am laced up. I said it earlier, I'm a servant leader. I am laced up and I am running full speed ahead with my team. That's absolutely near and dear to my heart. Let me make this bigger for you guys. Another great thing you want to have here, if possible, is tell your audience how they can find you on other social media platforms. Okay, that's really important, because here I am on Twitter, but they might be on Instagram, they might be on Facebook. And just here's a tip for you. All of your different social media outlets, all your social media platforms should kind of show different content. That way, if you're following me on Twitter, you're a little more enticed to come over and see me on Instagram. If you're following me on Twitter and you say, oh, hey, she's on Facebook too, let me go over and check her out, and you see the same exact thing on Facebook, I'm not going to grow my Facebook audience that way, because you can simply see me on Twitter. So at the beginning, as you guys are just starting out, it's conducive to your schedule to share content everywhere, the same content everywhere. But as you're getting going and as you see the tools that I'm going to show you tonight, it is so much easier to share those different content in different places. So I let them know where I'm at. If you guys have a website or a blog, definitely direct them to that as well. So mine is successwithkimward.com, and that's another driving force. You're just driving traffic outside of here to where you want them to go. Your picture here should definitely be a nice, clear picture of yourself. How many times do you talk to someone and finally meet them and they say, oh man, it's so great to see the face with the name. People love that, and that's what builds rapport so much quicker. If you're talking to someone or just really interacting with them and they can take a look at you and say, okay, I just feel like I know her a little bit better because I'm able to see the person that I'm talking to. Now your bio, Scott, you still with me?
Yep.
Awesome.
Keep going.
All right.
Rocking it.
Your bio is the #1 most important thing on Twitter, okay? This is absolutely where you need to spend your creative juices. So your bio needs to show a combination of who you are personally and who you are professionally. You want them mixed in together. And it's very helpful to you to drive traffic to your Twitter account if you do use hashtags right in your bio. So for me, I want people to know, I'm a firefighter wife. That's a huge thing. And I hashtagged it. So if someone were to search for the hashtag firefighter wife, my bio, my Twitter account would actually come up, and they would be able to see, all right, is this girl for me or not? I'm a mom of 3, so I did a hashtag for mom. I want to be able to talk to tired, worn out mamas because I can speak their language very, very well. I know what it's like. I am a success coach for network marketers, so I did a hashtag for network marketers, and a life changer for tired people. So really think about who you are and what you do. And once you figure that out for yourself, then you just want to kind of curtail it into your bio. And one new update for Twitter is that now you can have a clickable link right inside your bio. So another great thing is whether you decide to broadcast your social media outlets up here or not, that's okay. You can say, connect with me here on Facebook or connect with me here on Instagram. And the clickable link that you're going to want to use is whatever will direct them to that place that they're going. But real quick, let me just come here real quick. In order to do that, you want to go to a site called Bitly. It's bitly.com, bitly.com, okay? And it's very, very easy. It is free. You can do it with an account or not. It's completely up to you. But Twitter doesn't accept full links. So if I were going to send someone to my blog site, the successwithkimward.com, I'd want to go to Bitly, and I already have a bunch created because these are all in my Twitter account on automation right now. You would, on the top right-hand corner, just create a bit link, okay? Here's where you could paste your URL if you were to copy it. I didn't copy it from anywhere, so I'm just going to freehand it and just do www.successwithkim. Okay, you don't have to click create. Once the system realizes you're done typing, it will automatically create a bit link for you, or you can press, dashboard, press B, or click create. Either one of those options work. You're going to want to copy this link, Control C, because I'm on my Mac. And there's your Bitly link right here, guys. So that's what you're going to use on Twitter 100% of the time, and you can create this Bitly link with any URL, okay? It doesn't matter. If you do create a free Bitly account, it will automatically over here track your Bitly link. It will know what the site is, and it will track how many clicks you've had. So I could literally scroll down any day of the week and just see what links are being clicked on and what's not. So this is going to help me decide, what my audience is excited about, what they're being engaged with. And there's so many options. So let me go back to Twitter real quick. That's where you're going to post this bit.ly link. And then you want to tell them, a little bit about where you're from. I don't want them to know what city I'm in. If you know me well, you know where I'm at. But for now, just know that I'm in Florida somewhere. I do travel a lot, but I'm placed in Florida until we can move when my husband retires. And then your link. So again, whatever your business is, if you have a business website, go ahead and put that here. Put it under your, let me show you. Just click Edit Profile, and it will allow you to change whatever you want here. So you can type this in. You can choose your theme color. I love purple. Purple's my favorite color. And then your birthday. And you just click Save Changes. And everything that is clickable has turned purple because that's what I identified as my color. So you can click on my link, my bit.ly, firefighter wife, all that good stuff. So that's your account setup, okay? That's a very basic account setup. And now you also know how to make a bit.ly link, okay? So let's get into some of the really cool tools that I love to help me keep my profile on somewhat automation, but allows me to come back and engage with my audience and people who are answering my messages. Look at this. My tweets have earned 5,100 impressions over just the last 24 hours. So something's gone right, guys. That's just proof, right? Success leaves clues. That's what I tell my people all the time. And you can actually see what time of the day there's most impressions happening. So a lot of my tweets seem to be 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. They're getting the most impressions. So if you've got some real valuable content, you're going to want to pay attention to this type of analytic data over here that allows you to see, all right, this is a popular time, so this is where I want these, popular tweets to go out. All right, the first thing I want to show you is a little tool called Tweet Jukebox, okay? Think of a musical jukebox. Think about when you were back at the diner in the 50s, or if you're not that old, you still know what a jukebox is. I know you do. Tweetjukebox.com, okay? And I don't want you to think about this as a full-time thing. This is basically just to kind of help you throughout the day. Send a few tweets out and make sure that this is working for you on your behalf. Maybe when you're still at your 9 to 5, you're still out at the park spending some time with your kids. Maybe you're out on a Disney cruise. Wow, wouldn't that be great? All right, so here's your jukebox, okay? You should see your Twitter account up here in the top right-hand corner. Yes, this is the right account for me. And then you've got your settings wheel right here. This is really important. Because the first thing that pops up is called a thank you tweet. If you click on this, it's going to tell you right here, you've got the power to send out a thank you tweet every Friday. So Friday morning, they're going to grab the unique users that mention you during the week. So basically, it's your top engagers, people that are loving you, your tweets, all that good stuff, and you can choose whether you want to send a thank you tweet or not. So I have it as a yes. And go ahead and send it out to 100 people at once. And thanks to my top interactors. Thanks for the love this week. Whatever you want to say to the people who are really just loving on you. They deserve some love back. And just click Save Settings. And here they were. You don't have to do anything else after this. Every single Friday, Twitter is going to go ahead with this jukebox and just send that out to those people on your behalf. What happens, guys? What happens when that happens? They see you acknowledging them back, right? They see you using their username, @username, and it tags them. So most of the time, they're reciprocal. So now they're either going to tweet back to you, which is going to start a conversation, or they're going to send you a direct message because now it's time to kind of start that engagement process and that communication process. So once they start communicating with you, that's where it's time for you to take over and handle your conversations, right? Make a friend. You're here to make a friend. You're a professional friend maker. That's the industry that we're in, whether it's a brick and mortar or whether it's network marketing. So here you can see your jukeboxes, right? And what happens when you sign up with Tweet Jukebox is it gives you a free quote jukebox. It automatically loads it with 200 beautiful quotes that are done for you. So here you're going to see literally 200 quotes. And it's up to you. This may not even pertain to your business or not. It's completely up to you. But you have the option to go over here and either keep it on or turn it off, okay? You can choose to not repeat a tweet for X amount of days. So let's say I don't want to repeat a tweet every, until the third day. And with 200, chances are it's not going to retweet those. And then go to your schedule. And here I have mine set up for every 48 minutes, okay? Monday through Sunday. And you can set your schedule just by clicking on the day. You decide. But let me tell you something, guys. Twitter hates automation, hates it. If you're detected for using Twitter automation, they will freeze your account. It's not like being in Facebook jail for a certain amount of time. They basically log you out of your account, and you have to reconfirm your identity through either email or a text message, okay? And then you can come down here to add a new jukebox. So you're allowed one jukebox on this free method. So let's say I chose my blog, right? I want to just put my blog out there. So I can look at my tweets, and I'm going to add a new tweet. Keep in mind that Twitter allows you 140 characters, and when you upload a photo, let me see if it does it this time. Yes, the photo does take up some of those characters, so now you're only at 115 to play with. So I would type a message like, just check out this awesome. Okay.
Hey,
Yes, I'm here, Scott.
okay, good. You just self-muted for a second, just checking.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, thank you. So if I had a website that I wanted to send them to for this, whether it's a capture page, a website, what have you, keep in mind you have to go back to Bitly, create your Bitly link, and then you would drop your Bitly link right there, okay? So now I still have 50 characters to work with. How does Twitter work? Have you heard of hashtags? Hashtags are so, so important. Here's another tip for you. I actually Google, what are some top Twitter hashtags right now? And they're constantly changing. So it might be like tweet of the day or tweet day. I know Instagram uses Instagood a lot. I use that here. And you can just add, 3 to 5 hashtags, because that's how people are going to find you. Of course, they're going to see you in their news feed if they follow you. But if they don't follow you, whatever they're searching for, if it's Instagood, for example, or whether it's ebook, they click this into Twitter, and you just search Twitter for ebook, right? Hashtag ebook. You're going to look at accounts you can follow. You're going to look at people that are tweeting hashtag ebook, and you're going to be more visible to so many people just by using appropriate hashtags. One thing I tell people is, yes, it's good to use hashtags that are pertinent to your content, but at the same time, you don't want to be attracting people who are already in your business, right? Who are already promoting what you're promoting. You want to play in a different puddle. So if you're promoting, I don't know, makeup, health and wellness, whatever it is, you're not going to sit here and say eyeshadow if it's makeup, or fitness if it's health and wellness, because chances are it's the same people running in the same circles. Think outside the box. Who's tired? Who needs to lose weight? Who needs to look beautiful? Models, mom of twins, mom of triplets. You've got to be really creative with your hashtags. So as you're adding these into your jukebox, once again, it's going to tell you how many records you have here, what your schedule looks like. I've got my blogs going out every hour, and then your options. So you can pause it, you can tell it what to do, what not to do, all that good stuff. Now there's something called scheduled tweets, and this is the last thing I'm going to show you in the jukebox tonight. A scheduled tweet is something that hypothetically, actually, not hypothetically, I was promoting this webinar tonight. So let's pretend this was the graphic for this webinar. You don't like that one because it's a PDF. Okay. I would say, you know what? This is what's happening. Here's the funny thing. I wouldn't necessarily do this for this particular webinar because it's about Twitter and this is already Twitter. But if they wanted to learn more about Twitter, or if I had an awesome call, a sale, a promotion, a grand opening, an open house, if you're in real estate and you've got an open house, here we go. Scheduled tweets. This is what you're going to promote. You've got your hashtags, right? Now, it's going to ask you, when do you want to start this tweet to go out? So I'm going to start it tomorrow, right? What time? I want to start it at 3 a.m. and a frequency. So you can say just once and done. I just want it to go out one time, once every 5 hours, once every 6 hours. You know, take a look at this. Once every 10th day, you choose, and then just choose the end date. So let's say it's a Christmas sale that you're having and it's starting the day after Halloween. You know, November 1st it is, and we're just going to go right up to December 16th. You're going to submit this. Once I want it to go out every 5 hours because I want to put this on blast. I know I've got some awesome hashtags that people are going to want. And now I know that my open house or my Christmas sale or all that good stuff, it is active here in my jukebox. And it's going to go out on my behalf once every 5 hours. How cool is that? Man. All right.
Hey, so Jim, got a question. How many times should you post a day? Is there a minimum or a maximum?
That's a wonderful question, and I'm really glad you asked. If you have the free jukebox, you can only post 5 times in a 24-hour period, okay? Overall, it really doesn't matter how much you're posting on Twitter because, like I said, the news feed is super fast. You guys want to post a little more frequently. I would not recommend anything more frequent than a 30-minute period. So anything from 30, 31, 32 minutes like that is great. That way Twitter doesn't suspect some automation and too much going on. But as far as the jukebox is concerned, 5 times for free. And if you decide to upgrade your account, so you've got both options here, it actually allows you to add quite a few jukeboxes going out as frequently as you want. So I think I tweet probably once every 31 minutes or so. So that's it, guys. This is the jukebox. This is a huge lifesaver, such a time saver. And like I said, you guys can see how this pertains to brick and mortar, direct sales for sure, network marketing for sure, and that's that. So when you come back to your home here on Twitter, this is your home. This is a beautiful home that you're creating here. You know, I mean, in this account, I've got 867 followers, right? And these people are just seeing my stuff all day long. And these are the awesome people that are contributing to my analytics right here. This is going to be crucial for you guys to kind of see, you know, what's going on here with your Twitter account. What times a day are awesome, what your top tweets are. So here, my top tweet is actually one of my blog posts just about Facebook Live. And this has had 388 impressions, just this one thing. Now, if I wanted to know, well, boy, you know, how frequently is this going out? I'd go back to my jukebox, to my blog posts, and I just look and kind of see where this is at. It actually tells me, you know, when the last time something was tweeted. So if I were to go to my blog post, I could look through it. And over here on the right-hand side, it'll tell you when it was posted and the time. So this is a 24/7 tool. This works for you while you're sleeping, while you're working, while you're with your family. Top media tweet. Here I am. I've got all kinds of positive mindset things. You know, guys, the 80-20 rule. 80%, you know, motivation, 20% promotion. That's huge. So new followers, I've got 185 followers. I don't even know. They're just find me now because of my content. my profile, you can see your stats right here. So just so far for October, 96.5 thousand impressions on my stuff. So you guys can see how easy it is to get your content in front of people, in front of leads, in front of people who are ready to buy and sign up with you. And but while I'm on that topic, I want to show you how important it is to still make sure that you're interacting and engaging. Because like I said, you guys know that this is a relationship industry, right? So when you go to your notifications and you're looking at those people that are mentioning you, you know, hey, I'm interacting with these people. But most importantly, I want to look through for comments, like real comments. Like this guy right here says, wow, you're doing for others as you would want done unto you. Will generate an abundant life. That's so awesome. I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall. Thank you so much for that awesome comment. You know, so I want to reply to him. And I would do that. It automatically, you know, puts his username here and just say, you know, just wow. Thank you so much. I absolutely wish the same for you. All right, and then just click tweet. So I replied to him. I'm engaging with my audience, with the people who are showing me love, right? And then you've got people who are messaging you all the time. So you want to pay attention to your inbox as well. You know, just kind of look through and see the real people versus the people who are just kind of pitching you. You can always turn it around if you're good at what you do. But more importantly, you know, you just want to look through your direct messages here and see what kind of messages you have from people and how you can just really start up a meaningful conversation, all right? All right, what time? 9:40, we still got some time. I got some tools to show you, man. The next tool I wanna show you is called HOLR.co, okay guys? HOLR.co. This is a completely free tool. Let me tell you a little trick about this website here. After your free trial is over, they are going to message you and say, hey, you want to pay to play, and it kind of sounds like it's forcing you to pay, and you may go cancel your account. But if you ignore that message, they will allow you to keep the free account. But what happens, let me go to my Twitter. What happens is at the end of the message that I'm going to explain to you in a moment, it's bolded right here. It just says that this message was sent via Holler, okay? So here's what happens. People have different thoughts about automation. I personally, I can see it both ways, but I know how busy my life is, and I know that there's people who are a lot busier than I am. So I'm okay with a little bit of automation, as long as you come back to your home, and your home is Twitter right now, tonight it is anyway, and follow up with these people and let them know, you know what, yes, I know this initial message was automated, but I'm here now, and let's get this going. Let's talk. So here's what happens. This is a component, right, that links with Twitter that allows you to automatically just send a message of your choice. You're going to write it to every single person that follows you, that clicks that follow button. If they're clicking that follow button, there's a good reason for that. They are engaged. They're loving your content. They think that you're providing value to them. So you really want to miss out on all those people? You know, my answer would be heck no. So what you would do, I'm going to just stop sending this for a quick moment. Stop. No, stop. Don't fight with me. Okay. This message is going to be preloaded for you, not with how's your day going. I'm not really sure what it is, but when you guys create your account, you can see this. So it'll give you some options. It's going to say, hey, or hi, or, you know, what's up. You're going to choose which option best suits your personality. The @ username is already there. It's defaulted there. So leave it alone. That's going to personalize the message. And when you use somebody's name, that is so powerful, right? I mean, think about when someone says, hey, Scott, how you doing, man? It's really personable. So then I'll say, thanks, thank you. Again, choose the one that best fits your personality, you know, and thank them. Thank you for your follow. You know, how's your day going? so many people have, you know, a little pitch here. Hey, how you doing? Come and follow me here. Here's my website. Here's that. Wrong answer, man. You are not building relationships. You are just pitching people right off the bat. They're going to roll their eyes and they're going to unfollow you just as fast. If you choose to upgrade this, clearly I have not. At this point, I pick and choose where my finances are going because I'll never stop being that frugal mom, even when I have my $100,000 day. But this bolded message right here will disappear once you upgrade and pay to upgrade that account. So once this is done, there would be a block right here where my mouse is on the left-hand side that says save message. Make sure you save it, because if you don't save it and you start sending, you're going to look like a bonehead because it's going to send out all of that stuff that was there initially. So make sure you save that message. Come over here and start sending, okay? And you can see here, it's going to just start sending these messages to every single new follower that you have. So this is a great tool to set up when you're starting your Twitter account. That way you can just greet your onlookers and your followers as they're coming on board, and you don't have to play catch up. So what happens when you leave something in a question? You know, people love to talk about themselves. Amen to that. But more importantly, when you leave something in a question, they feel obligated or interested enough to answer you. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm actually going to change this. And the reason for that is I'm not getting as much engagement with this message as I am with my Instagram. You can also link your Instagram account to this. Listen. Okay. Instagram here, I say just, hey, thanks for your follow. What is one positive thing about your day today? And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have right now between 90 and 95% people answering me, my new Instagram followers. So I'm really going to try to get a little bit more creative, something like this with my Twitter account, because I'd like to start having some more one-on-one conversations with Twitter. Instagram is just lit up on fire as far as communication goes right now. But you guys saw my messages in my Twitter account. It's just as bad or good, depending on how you want to look at it. All right, so it just shows you down here the recently sent messages and when your next message is going to send out. I know for this platform, if you're on a free account, it's not sending it out as fast as if you were going to pay for it. And rightfully so. You know, we're using a free tool, which is okay. So, you know, they have to make money too. And more than likely, they will respond to you. And I'll tell you honestly, by asking those people on Instagram, what's one positive thing about your day, they all answer me. And I have not had one person say, yeah, okay, this is an automated message. Not one. And most of them, more than 50% of them who answer me, actually ask me, what's one positive in your day? And my gosh, we are having some amazing, amazing conversations. It's going phenomenal. So we talked about setting up your basic Twitter account by going over here, right? You're going to view your own profile. You know what you're looking for here. You know what you're looking for in your picture, your bio, right? Your bit.ly link, okay? We want to look at your analytics. And I know that somebody showed me their Twitter account the other day. It looked a little bit different than mine, but I just come up here and I click analytics, and that's where I get my data, right? We know about the bit.ly website. We know about the jukebox. We know about this free holler. And the very last thing I'm going to show you tonight is also a free platform that is, I don't know, I don't like the term auto poster. I mean, it is auto, but you have to take the time and set it up yourself. So I want you guys to think about Twitter a little bit and really how fast that news feed is. It's crazy. So if you aren't keeping up with the demands of Twitter, chances are your stuff is just getting lost in that news feed, okay? And I don't want anyone here to waste their time with the valuable content, with the time that you're spending away from your family to load that jukebox and to welcome your followers and to really create a good home and a good social atmosphere. So I utilize another program called Buffer, B-U-F-F-E-R, okay, buffer.com. And you actually probably saw some of my tweets because I hashtag Buffer. So the people who run Buffer saw what an awesome video I did. By the way, guys, Twitter now accepts videos. That's a huge, huge update. So if you've got some YouTube content, if you've got any type of videos that you want to be added to your YouTube, Twitter, go ahead and capture that link, go over to your Bitly website, create that Bitly, and post it on your Twitter account, and bam, you're watching a beautiful video. That's been huge. So on Buffer, you can see, hold on, I've got my Twitter account right here. As I start to type, hey, it's actually counting my characters down here in the right-hand side. So you do have that 140 character limit, like I said. You can still add photos right here from your Buffer account. If you had your Bitly link, you could, type that right here and paste your Bitly right there, or send out whatever graphic. Thank you very much. Ooh, it just sounded like Elvis. That was so unintentional. So I would actually just go ahead and post, this is a test. And down here in the right-hand corner, you can see that it says add to queue. And the reason for that is I already have my schedule set up with my Twitter. You can post as many times a day as you want. If you do set up a schedule for yourself, I have 4 times right now. And that's because I post a lot manually as well. But this is just some help, some automation help for you, because you don't want to do 100% automation, because things come up during the day and it's like, oh, that's awesome content. Bam, let me share it right now. So, obviously you want the Twitter app for your smartphone. So here's my schedule. You can see these are the times that I'm posting, which is, good and bad. But you saw, based on my statistics, the majority of my stuff is being seen between 6 and 10 a.m. So I know that's a real hot time for me. So I probably want to focus my time a little bit more on that. So I'd come back over here to my content. I've got my pictures loaded. I've got my message loaded. Here's my Twitter head. So I know it's going to Twitter. And by clicking add to queue, it's going to go ahead and put it in that very next available time slot, which is tomorrow morning. Now, if I wanted to send out another message, instead of clicking add to queue, right here on the right-hand side, there's a little drop down. I could click share next. So if I did that, it would automatically put this message very next in line and bump everything else down by 1 slot, okay? I could share it now right from here, but that's kind of silly. If I was going to do that, I could share it from my phone. I guess there's reasons for everything. You could share it now, or by clicking schedule post. This actually allows you to go ahead and designate the date and time that you prefer outside of your designated schedule already. So if it's like, yeah, those times are great, but I know that 6 a.m. is like my powerhouse time. I want to share this at 6 a.m. Bam, bam, 6 a.m. I'm going to click schedule, and it's saved to my queue. So now I'm going to look at tomorrow's schedule. I've got this one at 6 a.m., this one at 9:30 a.m., but I really don't want those to go out, so I'm going to delete them. I don't know how my audience would feel about that. Okay, settings, schedule. Here's what I wanted to show you. Make sure you set your time zone. I was in New York, New Bedford, Paraguay. There's nowhere I've never visited. New York. Come on. Awesome. And there we go. And you can add as many posting times. Again, this is a free app, all right? So this can help you really shed some time off of your day. And being a firefighter wife is so bittersweet. But guys, let me tell you, the days that my husband is gone, forget about it. I can't tell you how much work I get done. So if he's gone, actually Saturday, tomorrow he's gone, I will take a few hours while my daughter is napping, and I will sit down here and I will put a chunk of tweets out throughout the week. And I know, based on my DMO, my daily method of operation, my calendar, I'm keeping track of what I'm doing, I'll know that all those tweets are going out on my behalf on those days. So if we want to spend a little extra time at the park, I don't feel so guilty, because that's why I got into this business, is because I want the time freedom. I want the time with my family. And when you're an entrepreneur, you find out that you spend so much time working and working and working and working that you just feel like you don't have that time freedom that you were looking for. Well, hopefully these tools take away some of your overwhelm, allow you to be a little more productive on the home front, and maybe get the house clean. Scott, do we have any questions?
Yeah. Do you actually use all three of these tools in conjunction with each other, or do you use them separately?
I actually, personally, you can do whatever you'd like, but I use all three. I just like to have the jukebox working for me. Buffer, the jukebox, like I said, because it's a free app, it will only let you send out 5 per day. So if you're sending out just those 5 per day, you're probably going to get lost in translation because the news feed is so fast. If you choose to pay an upgrade, then you can send out so much content, you don't need Buffer at all. You can absolutely just use your jukebox and maybe your mobile phone for some tweets that you want to send out throughout the day. And then you can take Buffer out of the equation. As far as the Holler, I really highly recommend it, especially if you're going to welcome your follower with just a really nice greeting, because that creates so much just open dialect. And now you're in the driving seat of the conversation.
Awesome. That was a great explanation. I want to just go ahead and throw out there that everybody, that social media is not for advertising. It is a way to go ahead and connect with other human beings, and then you can move the conversation off to another platform, i.e. the phone or your email list. That's where the advertising takes place. What you want to do is make connections, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, it sounds so cliche. You are a professional friend maker. People buy and join people that they know, like, and trust. You're not going to find people off the street or strangers to say, oh, she posted something cool on Twitter, I'm going to follow her. I might not be for you. Scott, you might not be for me, but I'm not going to know that until I get to know you. So you're absolutely right.
All right. Well, we are right at an hour now, and, we've got no more questions in the queue. I'm sure if we have any more questions, I will go ahead and be sure to answer them or get them over to you so you can go ahead and answer them. Where can everybody connect with you at? What's the best way to get a hold of you, Kim?
Probably at the successwithkimward.com. I'm there, I'm available, and I'm ready for questions.
Awesome. Well, folks, you've heard it from Kim tonight. You see how easy it is to utilize Twitter in your actual as a platform to go ahead and make connections. And then once you make that connection, then you can go ahead and move the conversation and introduce them to whatever business it is that you have. Right now, if you're seeing this on our page, there's a button right next to this window, and you can go ahead and click that. You can take your trial, and you can be a part of our team, and you can be part of this awesome community that I'm a part of, that Kim's a part of, and where you can learn, grow, and build your business and take your business to new heights, and to go ahead and actually become a better marketer in general, right? Yes, exactly. You're awesome. So, or if you happen to be seeing this through one of Kim's sites, you can actually go ahead and click somewhere nearby her and go ahead and actually get a chance to get to know her opportunity better and get to know her better as a person, because she's so awesome. So thank you so much tonight. I appreciate you coming out. You rocked it. We're definitely going to have you come back again, because I'm sure that there's so much more to Twitter, and you just barely scratched the surface tonight.
Amen to that. And I was really, really honored to be here. And if I could just answer one question for somebody, I feel like my job is done. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thanks again. And we will see you all next week on the next episode. Take care, everybody, and good night.
Awesome.